We're here at the Chicago Auto Show, where Kia has given us the first look at the 2025 Kia K5. Now, this refresh is going to see changes on the interior, exterior, and the powertrain. And all of these are in hopes of keeping this vehicle hot in a segment where Kia says it's been continuing to grow over the last few years. Let's take a closer look and see if these changes have either hit or missed their mark. We'll start here at the front of the vehicle, where I think the most obvious difference is going to be in the headlights. What we have here is what I'm going to call the forked lightning look, and what's extra unique is that this is an amber light and will be amber the whole time instead of being a traditional white daytime running light. Let me know down in the comment sections whether you do or don't like these headlights and whether or not you think they're striking. As we move across the front of the vehicle, we have a pretty clear tiered layered design. So we're going body paint, black grille, body paint, black grille, and lower fascia here. Especially in this color with the black tones, I think it works, but for some folks it might be a little bit too much. Let me know what you think. Overall, the design is one that is cohesive enough while being intricate, I think. Coming along the side, we're going to see a very similar shape and silhouette to the previous year K5, although there was mention of a new set of wheels available, and that's going to range anywhere from 16 to 19-inch wheels. Not only do we have the big gloss black wheel here on the GT line, but we also have, I think, a really nicely painted lime neon green brake caliper. Moving up from the wheels, we do see here on the mirrors a black mirror cap, which is likely on the sportier trims versus a body colored one. And coming over the silhouette, it's going to be very similar to what we saw in last year's model, with a slight rake, but still very much leaning towards a sporty, stylish design. Here at the back, what we see is an integrated spoiler, which you're going to find on all of the models, and another change to the lights, which is going to be here in the tail lights. Now, all lights on this model are going to be LED. We have a pseudo light bar. We're reaching about 2/3 of the total width of the vehicle, and then a sharp angle down. Honestly, I think this helps add shape to a vehicle where it's not to say that it's shapeless, but it adds a little bit of an edge in materials that cannot be created in such straight edges, right? We do want flowing lines, we do want curved body panels, but with these tail lights, they do stick out a little bit and create their own shape. Down here below, we also see, at least on this GT, as there is usually a GT line as well, we do see dual exhausts, which I think are very well integrated into that rear bumper. Now, since this vehicle does fall into the mid-size sedan category, which is very competitive, it's important that it's not only stylish, but also practical. So here in the trunk, we do see enough room for at least one full car cover, but it is quite a deep and wide trunk space so that you and the family will certainly be able to fit your daily needs in the trunk of the vehicle. Under the hood, there are a few changes as well. Kia will be keeping all-wheel drive for these vehicles, but your base engine, the 2.5-liter naturally aspirated engine, is getting bumped by 11 horsepower, so it'll be up to 191 horsepower, 181 foot-pounds of torque. What we have here in this model, ignoring the connection here just for the auto show, is the 2.5-liter turbo model, and that's going to be 290 horsepower, 311 foot-pounds of torque. This one is equipped in the GT model, so this should be pretty fun on your favorite mountain back road. Stepping into the driver's seat, there are quite a range of adjustments. The only disappointment really is that we have two-way adjustable lumbar and not four, which unfortunately is a pattern that we've noticed in the last couple years. We can move up, down, back and forth, tilt the angle, and honestly, I find myself in a pretty comfortable driving position. It is maybe a little bit higher than I would have liked. I usually dropped my seat quite a bit, but I do still have some headroom, probably about an inch or two here at the lowest setting. And with the adjustable telescoping and tilt steering wheel, I'm able to find a good driving position. Here in the back seat, we do have quite a bit of room. Between me and the door here, it's just a nice distance. We could fit a third person here as needed, and surprisingly, a little more headroom than I would have thought. Now, to be fair, I am still touching if I sit all the way up, but I do have quite a long torso, and for most people, especially adults, sitting in the back seat will not be an issue in any way, shape, or form. Also to mention, not only do we have adjustable headrests, but we do have our pulled down center armrest with two cup holders, and here in the back we do have two USB-C charge ports. Here in the interior of the GT model, we do see some green stitching that runs not just along the seats, but also along the dashboard. The dashboard itself is a fairly simple design. We have a horizontal line going across most of it, moving directly into the new, larger center displays that are not only unfortunately off, but also able to be connected to the Kia connected car services and now include standard Android Auto and Apple CarPlay wirelessly. Moving down the dashboard, we do have what we would find the digital button bank, but unfortunately we don't have the ability to turn the car on, so we'll just have to wait and see what those look like when we get them for further testing. Down here we do have the traditional Hyundai Kia USB-C ports that can be both wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, or can be used simply for charging. Moving back, we have our cup holders here on the right side. We have the shifter off to our left, the button bank down here for your parking, brake, sensors, camera, and auto hold. And if we can go a little bit farther back, we also have our drive modes, as well as our heated and ventilated seats. Here in the center console, we have what looks to be about a 6 or 7 inch deep cubby, as well as an additional charge port. We do see the green stitching along not just the seats and the dashboard, but along the center armrest as well. And the center armrest, while not being incredibly padded, seems really nicely shaped and provides quite a bit of support. And finally, we have a small cubby just in front of it. Here on the steering wheel, we see our GT logo down here at the bottom, as well as our regular laid out button banks. We're going to have more of our functions over here on the left, voice command, phone, our mode select, as well as our favorite button. And on the right here, we're going to see your driver assist. So lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control, follow distance adjustment. For 2025, Kia has also increased the capability of their advanced driver assist systems, and we're looking forward to testing that when we get this in our hands for a little bit longer. As you can see, Kia has made quite a few small changes, both interior and exterior, throughout the vehicle. Unfortunately, we don't have specific pricing at this time, but I would expect that to be a small change as well. Likely a little bit more expensive across most models, not only as they increase some of the standard features, but also what those features are capable of. Let me know down in the comment section below if you like the way they've made the changes to this model, if you think it makes it more competitive or maybe surpasses another vehicle in this segment. And if you're shopping for a mid-size sedan, do you think this is something you'd take a little bit closer look at?